it's me, Sailor Mercury, Sailor Mars here, and today we're going to talk about, you know, something that, tends to happen, well, on YouTube, but I guess any followership on YouTube, and I guess in life and Maine, is getting bullied or, shamed or guilted for something that they did. So, anyway, one of our followers, and I like to think that he is one of our followers, is Sailor Moon. Now, his true name came out, but I'm not going to be saying it. But his true name came out. Now, he has been on YouTube for some time under the handle Sailor Moon, and he does a lot of film games. He plays a lot of games, but he also does a lot of Sailor Moon films and many other things. Um, he's been bullied and shamed and guilted for things that he didn't say and he didn't do. You know, and it seems to be like the things that Dwayne went through when he was first on YouTube. You know, the shaming, the guilting, the bullying. Oh, yeah, it seems to be like that. Only I don't know. Only there's a little unlikeness is that it never went to to fake flagging and hacking yet. Fake God, they never went. It didn't go to that for you, but it did go to that for us. But it seemed to first start out with folks coming out of the woodwork and saying mean things on your films and on your fairway. And at first, it's like whatever, you don't like the films. But then it shifts into, you know, guilting you about stuff you didn't say and you didn't do, shaming you for stuff that you are doing. That's, you know, and there's going to be folks out there saying, "Oh, when you put yourself out there, you're going to get hate." Well, you're going to get folks that don't like you or your work, but are you really putting yourself out there to get death threats, or are you putting yourself out there to get folks to either, shame you and guilt you about things that you didn't do or you didn't say, or have your name besmirched? Now, folks who don't go on inner websites like YouTube and whatever might, write it off as, oh, it's just folks hating your work, you know. Now, at the end of the day, the only thing we could tell Sailor Moon or Brandon or whatever his name is, um, there's only one way you can deal with it. Well, there's many ways. One, you can tell YouTube about them. Now, it need or need not work. Two, you can just hush and lock them. So, there's a thing called hide users' comments or hide workers' thoughts, and that's the lock, the true lock. And then there's the thing called lock, which is just hush. If you do that, shit, I got something in my eye. Fuck. If you do that, then you won't have to worry about them anymore. Now, I know. Oh yeah, Sailor Mercury, come on. Can I say something now? All right, Sailor Mars. You're gonna probably say, "Oh well, I hush and lock one, and another one shows up." Well, just keep doing it to every one of them that shows up. There is no cutoff to how many folks you can hush and lock. Take it from someone who's been there. Take it from Dwayne, who has been there and went through some of the things you went through: the name calling, the bullying, the picking on, the shaming, the guilting, the besmirching of one's name. He's been through all of it, through fake flagging and hacking and all that stuff. So he's been through it. So take it from him about what you can do to deal with it. You know, And sadly, Sailor Moon, or whatever your name is, there are folks out there who think the interweb is not true life. So they don't give a shit what is said or what is done. They're like, oh, it's the interweb, so who cares about fillings and on look and all that stuff? Who cares about if I go on and shame and guilt someone, or make fun of someone, or pick on someone, or bully someone, or you know who cares if I fake flag films and hacked them? It's the interweb. No one takes us earnest. And that's their mindset. That's their stand. That's the bully troll. That's the bullies and the trolls' mindset and stand. You know. But at the end of the day, if you hush and lock them, then they'll leave you alone. Because once you hush and lock them, they can't come back to your YouTube fairway. Even if they make a new fairway, you can just hush and lock them again. You know. Once again, take it from someone who's been there and went through all of it, starting from 2008 YL to 23rd, 23rd between YL, who's been through all that, who knows what you're going through because he's been through it. Dwayne's been through it, you know. But whatever you choose to do is your own business. But just let you know, I gave you some things that you could choose to do to help yourself. And you are not any of those things. You know, a lot of bullies and trolls like to shame folks for things they're doing which are not wrong. They like to guilt folks, about things that they're doing that are not wrong. And they like to make up shit. They like to besmirch folks' names. And why they do this, who knows? They got their ground stake in why, and it's sad. Alright, they got their forgivenesses, but we all know their forgivenesses. They're all like they're all, their forgivenesses is shit. So at the end of the day, don't worry about them because they don't have really any true oversight or might or anything like that. Oh, they can say a lot of shit, but at the end of the day, they got no truth to back any of what they say up. Yeah, you're right, Sailor Mars. Go on, Sailor Mercury. You're right, Sailor Mars. At the end of the day, Sailor Moon or Brandon or whatever your name is, don't listen to them. They don't know anything about you. All they know is what you put on your YouTube fairway and your other websites, or if you have any fairways and other websites. They don't know nothing about you. They can't really truly do anything to you. Oh, they can say they can false flag and they can fake flag and hack, but at the end of the day, that's just your YouTube fairway. They can't do anything to yourself. And they like and besmirching your name and saying you said this or you did that when you didn't do it. Well, that's just a game they like to play. So at the end of the day, just hush and lock them and keep doing it to everyone that shows up, and sooner or later they'll get it in their head that it's no fun anymore. Yeah, just don't read what they write, don't watch their films, just hush and lock them, and sooner or later they'll see it as it's so boring they're not getting anything from you. They'll go to someone else, sadly. Many, many years ago, back around 2008 YL, Dwayne was the one that they liked to bully and pick on. He was the one that they wanted to play their sad games with, but not anymore. So take it from us. Just hush and lock them, have nothing to do with them, and they'll leave and they'll go somewhere else. Anyway, if you like this film, then follow us over here at Sailor Moon for Life. Watch the last film we made yesterday over here. I Sailor Mercury, I Sailor Mars. We'll see you later. Bye.